sports. It's in the game.
Stop me, oh, somebody stop me. Stop me, somebody stop me. Stop me, oh, somebody stop me. Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me. Stop me. Stop me. Stop me. And Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California, The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Oakland Raiders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Going underneath for Gordon. And now running right through him. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
12. Check 390. 380.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Rivers now to throw on first down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Set. Guys, set. 380. Ready.
Rivers. And that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Four down.
Carr now on first down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Justin Ellis in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second down, Rivers. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Bruce Irvin in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense.
Hey, Rocket! Be hot!
Now Rivers. And he's going to go down again.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Hey! 4 down. Check.
The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Kid 33, kid 33. 93. Tight as Ringo. Tight as on the Ringo.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Rivers now. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
White! 5-4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Rivers from the gun on third down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10, just shy of the 30.
808. Hey. 637.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. On second down, Washington. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Go. Hey, boys, got 4 down. 808. 734. Purdue.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. Sturgis for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Roberts on the return. Spinning past him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Steps away to his left. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Go. Get set. 734. White.
On first and 10, here's Carr. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
You're mine. Hey. Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship. 637. 618.
From the gun, it's Carr. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Hey, 4 down. 734.
Again, it's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the draw, Carr leads to Washington, and he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Carr gives it off to Washington, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Hey, watch number 33.
They pitch to Washington, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
694.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Seth Roberts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. And it's up and good. Forbath out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey.
1st down, Rivers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rivers throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And once more. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Chargers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5 and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
.30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Tight end right. 7:34. Everyone's got 4 down.
Carr now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Letting one go deep for Robert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Ready, set 180.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And the Raiders have got him. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, you running out? 0. Hey, hot.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Set, green 80. Green 80.
Rivers now on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Yeah, right.
Final play of the half, Rivers. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Hey, Purdue! Check, 4 down.
Here's Carr to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, it's Carr. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, 7:34.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
That is right. You got 4. Listen hot.
On 1st, here's Washington. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
You're mine. Check 26, check 26.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. What's up? 4 down. Check. Sick guy. White Monday.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey. 808.
To throw his car. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hurry up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one will be accepted.
That's it, baby. Hurry up. Lucky. Buffalo wall.
And they'll run it here.
Here you go, man.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Load it.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
6:37. 29.
On first and goal, Washington. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Hey. Play it. 6:37. Mike 5-2.
Shotgun now for Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Four down. Check. Four down.
Now Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last two drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Here's Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Set. 380.
Third and short yardage, Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on first and 10.
Come here. Listen, hot. Yes, hot.
On the toss play, this is Washington. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Go. Get set. We got 4. We got fighting. Set.
Now Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Off the play fake here, Rivers. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They go play action. Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
4 down, 6-18. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll start the drive with Washington. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Right back to Washington. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
4 down. Check. 12, Jumbo.
Washington on the right side toss. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Go, Chief.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And they'll go on the ground. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
808. Go, go. Get set, get set. Motion, motion. 29. 29.
Carr to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
637. 618. Go, go. 694.
Back to throw, Carr. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Carr now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw is Carr. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
808.
Now Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So now it all rests on the foot of Kai Forbath. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Raiders, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles